Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Sidrat. This version is the Sidrat Unleashed and has a few major additions over the Fall of the Dwemer. There aren't too many new features to go through, so hopefully this will be quite a short one. But let's start with additional features to the Sidrat storage portal. This is quite straightforward. Instead of just being able to drop off items, you now get the choice of the sorting chest, which is to drop things off at, and most of the other distributed chests within the Sidrat. So if you're in the middle of a dungeon and you're running short on potions, then you don't have to worry too much. Otherwise that works pretty much as is. There's an additional spell. Let's have a look. I think it's an illusion based one. There it is, find the Sidrat. So when you cast this spell, it'll make a little quest up and give a pointer to where the Sidrat is, and if you look on the map you'll see that that pointer there. Always pointing to where the Sidrat is. It can be a little bit easy to lose the Sidrat, particularly if you've forgotten which model you left it in. If you leave it on on a different map, i.e. as in Solstheim and you're in Skyrim, then it may not be that clear even with this spell where to find it. But hopefully there's another couple of options to get hold of the Sidrat if you lost it a little bit further down the line, and we'll go through those. Okay. In addition, we now have a museum rather than just a simple display area, and I had to make some changes to the way that worked. For those people who are a little bit technical, it was in the same cell as everything else in the hub here, but I was finding that was giving some performance issues, particularly on the Xbox One. So I've had to split it and move it to a different cell. So now when you go through this door, it becomes a low door that takes you to a different cell. Now I've tried to move as much as I can through to the new museum from the old display area, but there is a chance that some items may have been left, and I'll talk through the details that are explained a little bit when this happens. This message will appear for you. As you can see, it says if you've left any items in the old area on weapon racks or loose on the floor, you can activate the weapon and armor pile by the door to switch between the new and the old. It may be necessary to remove and replace these items on mannequins before they wear them again. Also, to fix any weapon racks or display cases that can't be activated, try holding or dropping a weapon in the area where you expect to see the activation message. So I'll see if I need to do that. Now we're currently at the new museum. If I go to the old museum, there you go. You can just walk through, and you might find, oh, in fact, here we go. Yeah, I've got a whole load of items just sort of hanging around where those weapon racks were. I'll pick them all up and I guess slowly crawl under the weight of all the weapons through to the new one. Now, yeah, these ones just seem to be floating in place, but they're actually from their display cases. Yeah. Let's pick up all of those. Walk very slowly. downstairs to pick up the rest. Unfortunately, this is because the vanilla weapon racks and mannequins aren't. They're not exactly bugged, but they're just not very well written. They're certainly not written to ever be relocated, and there is no way to get references of the weapons they're holding on to and move them. Oh, there's a few over there as well. Back into the correct spots. Go so fast. Nearly there. As you can see, all the mannequins have disappeared. And I think you'll find they do have the items with them as containers, but they probably aren't wearing them. Right, let's change to the new museum. There we go. There we go. As you can see, there's a load door now. Right. Let's see if they're all in place. Yep, they look like they're out. Okay, we've got weapon racks here. Let's put items back onto them. Let's make that one. So you can see if you have filled all the racks, then it's going to be a little bit of effort, but hopefully not too much. What weapons we've got? I've got lots of them still, actually. Can't see it there. My favourites. Okay, still some more space here. I'm thinking I'll probably be able to actually start running again soon. Nope, not quite yet. Now, can I actually put things on here? No. For some reason, the activators for those three aren't very happy in the new location. I'll just look into that. Right, let's have a quick look at these guys. No, they're not wearing anything. I think some of them are. That guy's got... Yeah, so this guy's got a lot of stuff on, but he hasn't worked out he's meant to be wearing it yet. Let's put that back. So now he's wearing that, but he's not wearing the other items, so you're going to have to take them out and put them back in if you want them on display. Something that does go a little bit wrong, let's see if it has this time, is these display cases. Sometimes it loses the display point, yeah, as it has done there. This is also true of the weapon racks. If you find there is no activate weapon rack prompt appearing, then you might have to do what I'm about to do here too. You literally just need to pick up a weapon and throw it roughly where the activator should be. So now if I pick that up, yeah, there you go, I can actually activate it. So there we go. This one still doesn't have one, so let's drop that, and there it is. Fiddle around with it in there. That should have fixed it. Fiddle around with it there. That should have fixed it. Oh. There we go. This one's closed, isn't it? There you go. Right. So there we go. We've got the activate weapon rack option up. Those tips will work for pretty much any homes you've got, because they're all the same script. It's just the vanilla one. Okay, so a bit of a faff, but they're all there now. Now this is a new display area. This is a little bit different to the way some display areas work. Most of them have activators next to the item, and you can place the item through the activator, and you can pick it up as well. The way it works in the Sidrat is we have this guy, the curator, and there's a little guide there telling you how he works. But you talk to him and he will open much like a container, and you can drop your various special items in there. And as you can see, it covers the black books here, and that's the Infinium, all of the dragon claws and the dragon masks. The one I'm missing there, I think, is because I haven't done the Civil War quest yet. Another mannequin. The Elder Scrolls, the Paragons, the insects in jars, and these are the Daedric items. Yeah, so those are the religious necklaces, pendants, and these are the other unique ones. There are exceptions to the activators, as you probably saw on the Dragon Scrolls there. These are the ones that are marked as quest items, and you're never meant to be able to drop them. So you need to have an activator to be able to drop them. So these guys will always stay in your inventory unless you have an activator like this to take them out. So there we go. What happens when I place it there? It does actually go into his inventory. So there you go. I'll take the Sire Regent back again, and you see it disappearing in the background. But all other items go through him. And these are quotes from the 50th anniversary Doctor Who episode, which had a cameo with Tom Baker as the curator. And yeah, he's one of my favourite Doctors. Okay. Right. One other slight thing to mention is there we've got new storage for apparel and weapons, and wherever you see these drummer barrels stuffed with those various items, they all share the same container. So for example, let's go through to the indoor crafting room. Here it is. There they are. So they'll show exactly the same items. We have a couple of changes here as well, other than that delightful potion cabinet. There is now an Ingot linked metal transmutation smelter, which will allow you to transmute ingots from one type to another with a sort of certain exchange rate. So the way you do this is by making transalor ingots from your regular ingots. Some people might recognize transalor. That's almost the same as something from the show, but maybe you don't. So as an example, from an ebony ingot I can make 3 transalor ingots. Another example is iron ingots. I need 5 iron ingots to make 1 transalor ingot. So let's sacrifice 2 ebony ingots and get 6 transalor ingots, and with those we can make a number of different other ingots from that. Let's say we want to make a gold ingot. Click on that. There we go. It's that simple. Obviously the exchange rate isn't great, but the idea is just when you really need an ebony ingot and all you've got is 300 dwarven ones, then you can do it. You don't have to find a town somewhere and find someone who happens to be selling one. Okay, what else we got? I was just going to take a little walk through the garden. I'm fiddling through from version to version with lots of little things and improving things. I put a couple of nice little fountains in there. Isn't that nice? And for people who have completed Fall of the Dwemer, which if you're watching this part 3 you probably have, there is an additional little fun item which I'm just going to find for you. If I can go against the flow of the water. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, there's a schematic there. Here he is. There is. Oh, he's a bit lively. There's a maquette of the Dah-Lek, and you can place that wherever you like. Let's go pick that up. I put a few paintings and this of course brings us back into the mushroom cave again. Yeah, I put a few paintings around, a little bit more decor. There's still loads I could really add. Some of them appear after the Dwemer adventure. As you can see, these guys do. They've got some mini Daleks there, and that's the front of Solvad Hams. I think I'm just going to put the Dalek down. If I can scroll through all the cards. There we go. There we go. Let's put him next to the children's beds. So that'll help them sleep. Okay. What was the other thing I added? Yeah, here we go. So the dining room now has these little guys on, and if you click on them, they ring a gong, and lay the table for you. You can also clear the table just by clicking on them. But if you want, these are real items, and you can pick them up and store them or whatever. But if you do, they won't come back again. So up to you if you want to do that. And I think this is new too. Yeah, there's a couple of battling Centurions. Okay, now I was going to go through the new locations. There's only 3 of them this time, I think. And I think I've already unlocked them, so I'm just going to fly there, and from that you'll be able to work out where they are. First one is here. It's a nice little spot I discovered. Go. Here we go. Just by Solitude port on this little lump of land. I do have some other mods installed, so you might see a few non-vanilla things there. Let's go back to the console. Okay, next one is Bard's Leap, which is that one. Right, there we go. Right on the top of Bard's Leap. So if you pop up to the penthouse, you'll see quite a view. And the last one is Sacellum of Boethiah. Oh, hello. Okay, apparently he can teleport. Oh, it's a nice painting. Yes, Sacellum of Boethiah. This is above it, so you're sort of looking down. Right, here we go. Yeah, it's quite snowy. Yeah, you can see the Sacellum down there. And let's
Look, Bakur!
Let's clear the sky a little bit. Yeah, you can see all the way over to the Wizards College there. Yeah, I think you can. Right. Okay, the next thing I wanted to look at was the Summon the Sidrat Anywhere spell. This one can work in conjunction with the whistle, and the currently unlocked locations to be pretty clever, actually. I'm going to select those. So summon the Sidrat anywhere. It's a conjuration spell. This unlocks when you've unlocked all of the locations except the ones which require you to have got some way through a major quest. So it doesn't require the DLC ones, the Castle Volkihar access, or the Boneyard, or Forgotten Vale, or oh no, not Transmutation, Summit of Apocrypha. I think it may require you to get to the throat of the world, but you can actually get that without having gone too far through the main quest if you just jump up the mountain. It's quite a long way, but you can do it. So when you've got all of those, this spell will unlock, and I'm going to take you to, I think, Whiterun as an example. I think I'm going to make us a mushroomed house so we sort of stand out a bit. I'm going to go to Whiterun as an example of how these spells work together. Okay, and here we are landing in Whiterun. As explained in part 2, there are some locations that have more than one landing site. Whiterun is one of them. This was initially to avoid any issues with mods that might clash. As you can see, this is the landing site for the Sidrat, and if there happened to be another house there because someone had done a mod that changed that, then you'd have clashes. You wouldn't be able to use that spot. So what I've done was make multiple landing sites for a given destination. So Whiterun has 3. So there's one where it is there. There's one just about here, and I'm just going to whistle to summon the Sidrat. There we go. Hops over. And there's one more up here. There we go. And those are initially fixed. And you get the choice of those 3. Now I've landed the Sidrat here. Whenever I go to the console room, select Whiterun, transport there, that's where it will land. But the new spell, Summon the Sidrat Anywhere, allows you to change that a little bit. So we could decide to summon it anywhere really we like in Whiterun. So if I wanted to put it, say, here. Oh, okay. Now what it does do is let's just leave it alone for the moment. It summons to a spot much like it would summon a creature. You can see the little glowing magical ball where it's going to be summoning a creature, and it brings you the Sidrat there instead. But what that means is it's got to be a place where a creature can stand. So it can't be sort of on the edge of a mountainside or on the top of a wall or something. It's got to be somewhere that a creature can stand. So let's see, can I click on there? Yeah, I can. Oh, I'm not too close to this. I'm still going to be too close. There we go. So maybe that's the spot you want to. Now you'll notice it's come up here with reposition the nearest crystal destination to this new location. So what that would allow us to do is to change the position of one of those 3 fixed landing positions that we were looking at before. And I'm going to go ahead and click on reposition there. Okay, so that is now the location where we'll land the Sidrat in Whiterun. We still have those 3 active crystals, those 3 landing sites. So if I were to whistle and I was somewhere around here, it'll probably bring up... Oh, a little too close. It'll bring it there, which was our second crystal position. And if I'm over here, it'll bring it to our third one there. But if we go quite near our new location and whistle, it'll quite happily bring us there. Now, as you saw on that little menu, and in fact I'm going to fire it off again. Oh, too close. That's a safety measure, by the way. It means you can't, while you're on the 3rd floor of the Sidrat, make it appear a little bit too near you, and you go falling to your death. So if I then reset that to its original position, the Sidrat stays where it is, but if I summon it again with a whistle, I think it should, bring you back to the spot that was there. It shouldn't perhaps change the model. It has changed the model because it thinks it's still the same location. Maybe I should fix that. Okay, but as an example, I think I'd like the landing site for Whiterun to actually be up by the Skyforge. Now it won't let you drag it too far away from its original position. This is probably about as far as it's going to let you take it. But if I were to put it there, yeah, there we go. That'll do. Reposition, because that's where I want it. Okay. So now, every time I come to Whiterun, that's where I will land until I undo it. Okay. Now, I wanted to then show you an additional feature to version 4.11, which are these guys, custom crystals. I've given you 6 crystals which can be configured to bring you back to any location you choose, and the clever thing here is this can mean you could be in a different mod. It will literally be any external location that you can summon a creature in. That's the limitation. Obviously it can't do anything inside, and you can't cast a spell in the matrix because that's within the Sidrat itself. Let's just go out into the middle of nowhere. Okay. there someone following me? I've forgotten how to footstep properly. Okay, where's a good spot? Maybe right by that giant crab. Actually, having the entrance that way around probably doesn't make that much sense. Too close. Still too close to it. Here. Yeah, that's not too bad. All right. I think that's a place that we might want to be. Where are we on the map? Between Gudjar's Monument and Broken Fang Cave. Okay. We could literally be anywhere though. So, this is the reset button, by the way, which allows you to just clear the contents of a custom crystal. I am going to set an empty one at the moment. Now you can enter a name. Unfortunately, the way Creation Kit works is this isn't going to look very pretty because it's not very good with upper and lower case stuff. So I'm going to call this the crab. Okay, as you can see there, yes, it's not very good with capitals. Okay, so we now have a destination called the crab. I'm actually going to go to Whiterun just to show you that it will have recorded that location right by the Skyforge. I hope. Skyforge? Yeah, Skyforge. There we go. So the exit now is exactly where I wanted it. Okay, let's go to the console room. And let's go to that place in the middle of nowhere that never had a location before. The crab. Okay, there we go. And hopefully we've got a massive crab there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, spot on. Okay, also I think it actually gives you an alert when you put the newest version in, but it does make the 6th location Skyrose, so you can return there should you want to. Of course, Skyro was meant to be just a sort of one-trip journey. So if you want to delete that one and replace it with another location, then fine. And let's go back out to the crab again. And I'll show you the new models. Right. Okay, let's start with the simple ones. We've got the market store. Okay, and this literally is a tiny little market store. This will obviously help you blend in perfectly in any of the towns and villages you might want to go to, but all of these are basically plastic. You can't sell them, so you can't set yourself up as a vendor. Sorry about that. There's K9. We're a little bit low in the ground here. I think I'm going to try and position him a little bit better. Okay. Feels a bit nicer. Right by a twig there. Okay, so let's have a look. I think I've still got the whistle in place, and with the whistle I can show you other models. Right, it's a little too close. Ah, this is a classic. The Tardis. Look at that. I'm sure that'll bring back a lot of memories for people. It's you might notice you can't see K9 there, but there is an activator. There he is. He's actually all dwemed up that time. I'm just going to wait a couple of hours here because it'll be nicer in the cool light of day. There we go. Still feels a bit buried, doesn't it? I get to a spot that's a bit more open. Okay, well that'll do for the moment. Obviously when you want to choose a landing site, you want it to make it quite nice and flat. It just does look absolutely nuts, doesn't it, having a TARDIS in the middle of the plains of Skyrim. Let's have a look. What other models do we have? This is the regular Sidrat Tower. I won't go through the location of all of the schematics. They're all listed in the FAQ and they're all around the Sidrat. It's a shack, you've seen that one before. The windmill schematic is the windmill in the Matrix. Mushroom, it's in the mushroom cave. The shell, that's in the fishery. Or as I just said, you could check the FAQ. Petal Tower. Yeah, I think this is I think I made some improvements to it since the since the last one. It's got some nice struts now to support it. Doesn't feel quite so off balanced. Now this is probably the craziest tower. I'm going to get way back so you can actually see all of it. When it finally arrives, here we go. It's big. It has the 3 exits like the original tower, but you can see, I mean, the first one is way up there, and the penthouse is ridiculously high. You'll get a wonderful view over everything there. I'll just go through the other models. I think we might only have... Oh no, we've got 2 more left. 3. Tree's a pretty one that will blend in with lots of different locations. If you want a good wilderness location, then obviously a tree would be perfect for that. College Town, I think that was last time. Oh, the tree schematic and the petal tower schematic are just by the pool, underneath the fountain, in the garden. One of them's up a tree and one of them's right at the far end of the cavern. Now, I think you've all seen the Nordic Tower before. Centurion is I don't know whether you've heard of the film Zordas, but it certainly reminds me of that. Just an idea perhaps that the Dwemer were being very over proud and like the idea of a monument to their creations. Standing proud. Now this one's worth a little look over. This is the keep. Now if you look on the outside, it's got a couple of sort of Centurion exit holding area thingies, frames. And if we go up, we'll find that there is a simple crafting area and access to the supplies chest. Again, that's all shared. But if we go to K9 and we ask to go to the penthouse, we've actually got a sort of fully featured battle tower here. The defense actually had already been activated. Normally they'd be off like this. Turn them on though, and we've got 4 of these ballista, and we can change the angle here. So let's bring the angle right down, really low. There we go, and we can actually shoot these. Oh, there was an explosion. I missed it. I missed the fireworks. Damn. Let's bring that back up again. I'm going to change the angle as well to about 0. Oh, is there any chance I could get that wolf before he... Are they buddies? Oh, that little click there meant it just reloaded. Oh no, way off. Wolf's coming back there. Come on, reload. There we go. No, still can't quite hit him. One thing I will try is whether I can actually try and bring down a dragon with these. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I've got a feeling they don't cause enough damage anyway, even if I did get a direct hit. But oh, they're fun. And what you can also do with the other levers is release Centurions. So below us, we've just we've had 2 spheres and a Centurion released. Oh, something's attacking something, is it? Yeah. Coming back to join in. He doesn't stand a chance. Saber cat's going down, and of course these guys are friendly to you, so they'll attack your enemies. They're going to shut down. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's go back to that. Hello. You don't like staying put, do you? Oh, so we've put you on the bed. Console room. Change back into that tower again. To dive the tower. Is that right? Bardsley? Yep. Okay, so we all know how far down Bard's Leap is and how it can be fatal to certain bards, but this adds a certain bit more height to it. Let's go right to the top. Let's go. Actually, let's start at the lower balcony, and we can see even this is pretty scarily high up. I almost don't want to go any further forward there. There we go. That's a long way down to the water below. And we can see a long, long way. But we can keep going up. There we go. We're now at the crafting balcony level, although this obviously doesn't have a crafting area. You can see how much higher we are already. Alright, and let's go up further. Almost fell off then. Oh, got a little bit of a lip to get around there. There we go. Right, and now we really are ridiculously high. You can see all over Skyrim from here. Okay, now this is a diving tower. The idea being you can jump off the various platforms and a thrilling ride down. But a lot of places don't actually have water underneath, so it's going to be a bit crunchy. So you can actually turn on a safety pool, which you can just see there. I don't want to go any further or I might just topple over. In this case, of course, we're at Bard's Leap, so I'm going to turn off the safety pool. And I think that's the right, yeah, that's the right way. I'm going to go for a jump in that direction. Ooh. Yeah, I'm sure there are bones down here. Oh. Oh, I want to have another jump, so I'm going to have to finish him off. Oh. Oh. He didn't even die. Where is he? Oh, didn't even break his leg. It's tough. Okay. Let's go back up to the Sidrat again. Let's go straight up to the penthouse. I'm actually going to dive into the water of the pool just to show you what that's like. Ooh. Oof. Still quite a way down. I'm not sure now whether I can I jump over the edge of this? Yeah. So I can jump from here down into the pool below too. Yeah. And if you step back, you'll realise just how high that tower is. The actual height of it is way more than the drop of Bard's Leap. So that the top of Bard's Leap is ridiculous. Okay everyone, I'm going to leave it there. I think that's all of the points covered. I'll put little links in the description to each of them. So thanks a lot for your time and have fun. Bye.